Do you love your season or hate the season that you're in right now in life? You know, with life, there's great seasons and bad seasons. There's happy seasons and there's sad seasons. And the season that we've just gone through is really the world has been such a crazy season. I know there's been times in the middle of this season where I've honestly felt like I just wish this was over. I wish this season was done. I wish we were past this season. And maybe you feel that way right now. Maybe there's something going on in your life where you're like, I want to be beyond this season. Maybe it's this season in total. Maybe it's a difficult situation at work or something in your marriage that you just say, I just wish we were past this season and into the next one. Well, the writer in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 really has something to say to us. He says in chapter 3, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. And then the writer goes into a long list and he basically tells us there's a time for this and there's a time for that. He says there's a time to be born and a time to die. He says there's a time to embrace and a time to refrain, a time for war and a time for peace. And he's talking to us about all the different seasons in life and how there's good ones and bad ones. There's seasons of war and seasons of peace, seasons of happiness, seasons of pain, seasons, he says there's a time to tear down and a time to build. But then he says something at the end, and I want to encourage you and challenge you with this final verse. He gives you this long list, and I encourage you to read it. It's powerful. And then he says in verse 11, he has made everything beautiful in its time. And I meet people every once in a while who they're in a season of life, and I meet people who are looking back at a different season of their life and wishing their life was there, wishing they were out of the season that they were in, wishing for something different. But I want to challenge and encourage you, just like the writer says, that there really is beauty in every season and every time. Let me tell you this, even as difficult as the season that you're going through is right now, there's a purpose behind it. God can use even the darkest of seasons. God can use trials and tribulations in our life to form us, to change us, to shape us. And to be honest, a lot of us wouldn't be the people we are today if we didn't have the storms and the trials and the valleys. If everything in our life was a mountaintop moment, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And so regardless if your season is a challenging one, a hard one, a great one, let me tell you, not every great season lasts forever, but not every bad season lasts forever. And so I want to encourage you to find the beauty in this time. Find the beauty in this season. You may be wrestling with your kids being young and say, I just wish they were older, then they was different. Or you may have high schoolers and say, I just wish we were back when they were young, they were so much easier. But let me tell you, there's a beauty where your kids are right now. There's a beauty that your kids are at the place that they're at and you're in that season. And don't miss the beauty in it because you're looking back or you're looking forward. Enjoy the season you're in because you know what? I talk with a lot of people that they really miss the beauty that happened in that season. They say, I wish I just would have, I wish. And you don't have to wish. You can really make sure that you find and see the beauty in the season. Live in this moment and find the beauty that God has in this time. God bless you.